Inverleigh and Thompson both working hard. Ball goes up in the middle of the ground. It comes down very quickly. Kick off the ground by Hutchison. He's in number 46 this afternoon. Muir, quick handball, goes out the back. Kick by Grozdanowski into the forward line. Lowe drops the ball. Hyman's pushing forward, picks it up, gives the handball across to Lowe, runs, delivers the ball inside 50. Grundle leads up at his feet, couldn't pick the ball up, goes by hand to Carson, fed the ball back to Cations, off a step, able to get kick away, but Holwell will go back and take the mark. So Reese Holwell, the co-coach of the Thompson side, delivers the ball back through the middle of the ground. Had to be a good kick, was it? Missed the target. Out the back it comes. McFadden was there. No, it wasn't. It was, picked up by Inverleigh, and they moved the ball quickly. Jordan, and it's going into the forward line. Armstrong comes lost, can't take the mark. Picked up there by White. Handball goes out the back, bowls, and it's released there to Ryan. So from the half-back line, they bring the ball out wide. Alex Denham looks like he's playing a forward role. He drops the ball. Picked up by Delazio. He goes forward this time. Carson out in front. Ball runs over the top. Taylor goes back, collects the ball, goes back by hand, and Sean O'Neill will see it through for a minor score to Inverleigh, the first of the day. And he plays on quickly in the goal square, gets the handball away, goes over the top of Taylor, so he's making him work in defence, able to get around, a little bit of a candy cell, goes back towards centre wing. Kick wasn't too good there. Race for the ball now. McLeod overruns the ball, support by Gardner from behind, kicks back into the half-forward line, going back Geordie Drew, can't take the mark. Now it's in the hands of a good player. Oh, Brent McLeod picked it up, I don't know whether he delivered that properly. Ends up in the hands of White. His kick round the body, doesn't travel a distance, but it will for Jack Filet, who takes the mark and plays on quickly. Club room side of the ground, comes out towards Grozdanowski. This is Mick, and he's got the ball now, and the half-back line for the Inverleigh side. So Mick Groz with the ball. Delivers the ball now, goes along the boundary. Armstrong's the target, gets over the top. He's able to pick the ball up and then puts it down. The ball runs over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in. And it is about between half forward line and centre wing. For the Inverleigh side, they move quickly into their attack.
Already a matchup interesting. Howland on Carson. You saw that spoil there. He's not giving any inches because we saw Carson a few weeks ago kick 4 goals in the first 15 minutes against Belmont. So he's dangerous when he's ready.
And Gus Archini looks like he's gone into the middle of the ground to pick up Reese Holwell. So that's also an interesting move. So Gus will run with him all day. Ball now thrown back in by the umpire. Hybens does the ruck work, able to knock it down to the front of the contest. Picked up by Mays. Handball over the top, goes to Lowe. Runs a little chip sideways off the outside of the boot. Wasn't well directed. Picked up by Sims coming the other way for Thompson. Sims goes back towards centre wing. And by himself, Dan Grozdanowski can't take the mark. Goes into the hands of Bowles. A handball came from Denham. Goes into the half-forward line. Bounces not too well there for Brent McLeod. Coming through. Mick Grozdanowski does nicely. Picks the ball up. Goes long into the half-forward line. The kick is intercepted there. And its mark has been taken by O'Neill. So Sean O'Neill for the Thompson side, deep inside there, 50. We'll go now to the far side of the ground, centre wing, coming across. Meehan able to bring ball to ground, picked up by White, handball away, over the top of Sims, picked up by Cations. Sold a bit of Scandy himself, got the handball out the back. And de Blasio looked up and went towards the forward line, and a good strong mark being taken by Sean O'Neill. Had a number of touches already and is looking pretty good across that half-back line. Goes to Denham, little kick forward, and Jacker takes the mark as Hyman's monitoring his progress, so he just stops and props. Delivers the ball now into the forward line. McLeod also the target. A 2-on-1 situation. Ball is tapped back, picked up there by Nick Walsh. Walsh handballs over the top to Archini. Archini gets the ball away, back to Walsh, and he looks forward to go back towards centre wing, going back, and the mark has been taken out there by Denham. So Alex Denham has a player or two inside the middle of the ground. Short, Holwell, spoiled by Cations over the top, and he's now looking to have some support picked up there by the player for Sims. He got the handball away, a kick off the ground, ends up in the hands of Grundle. Grundle by hand goes towards Casey Meehan. Meehan goes into the forward line quickly. That's a better delivery, and coming out and taking the mark is Carson, and he's about 25 to 30 metres out directly in front. Paul Carson with an opportunity to go back and kick for goal.
Well, I can't remember the last time we've anticipated the first goal so much. 3 inside 50s apiece. We're only, 4 minutes into this opening term, and it's been climatic, whether it be the one-on-one matchups or the ground ball work. And Mick Grozdanowski's early work on Brent McLeod's also been superb.
And joining us now is Johnny Mitchell. Good to see you, Mitch. Hang on, Mitch. We're missing a plug there, mate, I think. Okay. There it is, right there. Carson goes towards goal, and he's off target, so through for a minor score. So the second now to Inverleigh. They move to 2 behinds, and they lead Thompson, who are yet to score. We have gone 5 minutes first quarter. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
I think you can see the difference in the game plan this week with Thompson compared to last week against Bannockburn. I think they're pressing up. They're pressing further up the ground, and they're going to chip it a little bit more and try and put more pressure on the Inverleigh forward line. It's a distinct difference.
It's a long kick to centre half back. There's a few Thompson players under it, but it's a big tap there by Achini. Now it's Carson. He tries to pick it up. He gets scooped to the ground. Umpire says he'll have a free kick. He just had it behind before. Will he be the game's opening goal kicker? Instead, he puts it on his right. Sees a teammate in the forward pocket, and it's a nice mark. Dale, take it away.
Yeah, Robbie Lowe's taking the mark in the forward line. Interesting to see Brent Taylor in the fullback position today, Mitch.
Yeah, he's been playing most of his footy at centre half forward, but I think they want to release Sean O'Neill a little bit. His beautiful kick at the footy, so he's obviously the designated kicker from the back line, but Squizzy's played a lot of footy back there.
So Robbie Lowe comes in, and he's going to be offline, and well offline. President didn't like that kick, and he's put his head down. He's walking away now.
They won't want to give Thompson too many opportunities, I'm telling you.
They have started well, both sides. They've got a ball into their forward line. So Sean O'Neill, as we said, will do the kicking in duties from behind, he's just beside the behind post. Howell's already making a lead, and Sean's still back behind the fence, so he's keen to get a kick, Reece Howell. He goes again now, and he goes short. That's going to be ignored, so he's looking to cross the ground now. Has to be a good kick. He goes in that direction. Smith is the target out there by himself. It's a 2-on-1. He got the spoil away, so he's got support now in White. Couldn't pick the ball up. He does nicely, though. Taps it away towards that player in Smith. Picked up by Meehan. Now there's a free kick, and it's been held on too long there. So Troy Smith coming into the sides this afternoon. He got the handball away to Howell, tackled there by Grundle. Grundle has been awarded a free kick for incorrect disposal. He goes quickly, a short kick into the forward line to Armstrong. Has a runner inside. Outside he's got Logue, but decides to go long, back towards the goal square. Howland's there, ball bounces. Now, was it touched? It has bounced through.
Oh, watch the arm.
It's a goal. It's definitely a goal. He doesn't come back to the centre of the ground centre of the goals for no reason, mate.
So Jamie Armstrong, the first goal of the afternoon to Inverleigh. They move to 1 goal, 2. They're 8. They lead Thompson, who are yet to score. 7 minutes gone. First quarter. Buckley's Entertainment first quarter scoreboard.
And that was just a poor choice. Long kick to a contest where he should have been a short kick to maintain possession of the ball. Howell got the ball across half back and was too slow and got tackled, and that resulted in a goal. But I think Sean's kick from fullback was the wrong choice.
So back in the middle of the ground. Umpire throws it up again. Boland up over the top. Comes down now. Bowles it was, not Boland. Got the ball outside. Oh, Mays taken high. Wins a lot of free kicks, Nathan Mays, in that way. So the ball goes back to him now. So he's got the ball just forward of centre. Was going to go one way, then stopped and propped. The kick was poor. Cations fell in his arms, so he goes long now to the goal square. Mark is needed to be taken, gets through the contest. No clear pick-up by any team at this stage, although Armstrong will see the ball over the boundary long. And it's going to be thrown in 10 metres around from the behind post.
So Armstrong's one of the 3 Inverleigh recruits this year. He's from Apollo Bay, I'm pretty sure, and he gets to keep the same coloured socks.
And playing in a winning side.
That's it.
So the ball is thrown in, picked up in the back half. Ryan went one way, got out of trouble, put the ball to boot, came back outside, defensive 50. Denham tried to knock the ball only as far as Muir. Has an option short, went in that way, it was touched, so it's got to be play on. Handball goes out the back to Gerard. Gerard handball straight into the hands or the arms of young Gardner. Thank you, Mitch. And he got the ball away, but now it's in dispute. So Jackson McLeod's pushed up. He's got the ball, tried to force his way through. Unfortunately, he couldn't get through and was tackled. The ball came out, so Mick Grozdanowski wins the free kick. So he's now got the ball. And he's going to put the ball into attack. Goes towards Grundle in front. O'Neill, mark not taken. Ball running free. Picked up Grundle. Puts boot to ball. Runs towards the goal square. Picked up by O'Neill. Got the handball over the top. Had a little hand on it, so he went back and collected again. Howell goes back to O'Neill. Got the third handball out. Goes to White. Back to O'Neill. He's running out of options now further down the field. Handball went to the wrong way and went to Hamer. Hamer goes over the top. Found his teammate. Mays goes short. And the mark has been taken just inside 50, I would think, by Hybens. A little bit wet conditions, so I'm not too sure whether he'll have the distance here. He's looking for some options. Short to the pocket, Carson's, and he takes the mark. So he's going to go back and have a shot for goal.
What's he holding his ear for?
I think it's cold, Mitch.
One thing about pushing up the ground, boys, you've got to push back. Sean O'Neill come through there, and there was nothing to kick to on the half-forward line, and hence the turnover. And, you know, if you push up, which is fine, I know that's what they've been training all week, you've got to get on your skates and get back as well.
So Carson from the pocket, difficult shot, more difficult than the first one. He had a goal. That looks a nice-looking kick. It's going to land in the square. It will be touched and pushed through. So Paul Carson with 2 behinds. Invalid 1-3, and Thompson yet to score. 10.5 minutes gone.
So Thompson through the outer pocket, assessing the options. They're definitely not going to kick across goal. They're going to elect to use the wing instead. Chip kick towards Justin White, overkicked it. Now it's going to be chased by de Blasio. Puts it on his right hand, puts it on his right foot. Now it's on top of Carson. Carson's in a one-on-one, and it was Denham or O'Neill, one of them. An altercation has erupted, and the umpire has given Carson the free kick. So he's kicked 2 behinds, as you've said, Dale. This goal will see him kick his first goal since in his return. He hasn't played since before the interleague.
He's definitely let the umpire know he wasn't being tackled without the ball. He's throwing himself around a fair bit. Definitely selling his opportunities. He comes in this time. It's a long kick towards goal.
That's a goal,
and
mate.
I think his third shot, he's going to be lucky, and it's through for the second goal for Inverleigh now. They're 2 goals, 3-15. They lead Thompson, who are yet to score. We've gone 11.5 minutes. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre, first quarter scoreboard.
They're certainly on Inverleigh. They've come to play. Look, I reckon alarm bells are ringing for the Thompson Footy Club already. They've given away a couple of soft free kicks that have resulted in scores, and you know, if they don't forward shortly, I know it's only early, but this game will slip away very quickly.
So Brent McLeod, Mitch, he's moved back into the middle. He started at full forward. Interesting, Mick Grozdanowski, sorry, I'm not good with my Polish surnames, goes straight with him. So
couldn't care less who goes with him. He should be on the ball, and he should be, he'll run rampant. I couldn't care less whether they put 4 of them on him.
Yep.
That's how good he is.
As long as there's someone to kick to in the forward line, then you're good.
Down there, he's okay.
He goes all right.
Back in the middle of the ground, ball comes out. This time White, Justin goes into the half-forward line in front. Marshall can't take the marks. Ball from behind. Ground level, picked up by McLeod. Stephen, right boot, goes back towards the full forward position. McLeod, good spoil. McLeod, Brent. There's a combination of McLeod's, and he's kicked the first goal.
That's why he should be in the middle of the ground.
Brent McLeod
he kicks goals from wherever he is.
Yep.
That is why he should be there.
Straight Thompson, 2 goals, 3 to the Inverleigh side, and 12.5 minutes gone, first quarter.
There's no doubt he kicks as many goals when he's playing on the ball as what he does playing forward. You know, you've got to give him a rest every now and then, obviously, but he's played at a level 15 times greater than this last year, and he's training down at Geelong. His fitness is better than everyone, so he will push forward once the ball leaves the middle of the ground, and he kicks goals.
Yeah, so probably to start him there wasn't the option, was it, Mitch?
I wouldn't have thought so, but anyway, that's what they try and do. I think they sometimes outsmart themselves.
Yeah, we can all think about football, and it's not that difficult.
No, put your best player where the ball is.
That brings him to 38 goals this year as a midfielder. Name me another midfielder in local footy that, you know, has reached that tally.
Not off the top of my head, I couldn't do that right now, but we'll try and find one for you. Ball back in the middle of the ground. Bowles does the ruck work over the top. Grundle maybe got hands on it. Picked up there by Grundle once again. Boot to ball. Grozdanowski left it behind. White on hands and knees. Justin got the ball out. As far as Sims tries to get out of the contest, he hasn't had an opportunity there. Oh, that was a bit tough. Don't know whether he got a bit of opportunity with the contest around the numbers. He was pretty unlucky, but Mick Groz, another kick for him. He goes quickly into the forward line. Taylor read the flight well, couldn't take the mark though. At ground level, ball now in dispute. He's working hard, Taylor. He's got up off the ground, and umpire won't let this one come out, and he will take possession 20 metres out from goal. Directly in front of Inverleigh's scoring end. Ball up quickly. Cations doing the ruck work to Taylor. Puts boot to ball, left foot, and falls in the hands of McLeod Stephen. Little chip to a running player from behind. The mark is taken out there. So they'll set up. Robbie Sims goes out towards White. White off the half-back line. Goes towards centre wing. Jackson McLeod in front. One hand up. Could have been held a little bit there, but Filet did well. He went back and got the ball. Has support now coming through. Perrott on the ground. Sohamer. He's got support also. Goes out the back by hand. Into the hands of Filet once again towards the half-forward line. In the box seat is White. He goes up and he takes the mark. So Justin White again with another possession for the Thompson side. Feeds the handball back inside. O'Neill. Quick look sideways, has Jacker. He takes off now from that position. So from the middle of the ground, he delivers the ball long into the forward line. Great kick. Good lead up, and Jackson McLeod takes the mark, and he'll go back and have his chance to kick his first goal this afternoon. Kicking from right on 50. As we said, conditions hardly any breeze out here. A little bit slippery underfoot.
This will test him. We'll see. We'll see if there is any advantage. There doesn't appear to be any wind, but he's on 50. This will test his range.
So Jackson McLeod to come in and shoot for goal. He's confident from where he kicked the ball because he didn't run as close as he could have, and he's brought it a little bit narrow, through for a minor score. 1 goal, 1 now to the Thompson side. They trail Inverleigh on 2-3. And 15 minutes gone, first quarter. Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard.
It's an interesting contest. It's evened up a little bit. You know, not the pace hasn't gone out of the ground, but they've sort of settled a little bit now, Thompson, and they're making it a contest compared to what was happening earlier.
Ball brought back in quickly, goes out wide. Mark, head 2-3, grabs at it, couldn't take possession of it. Ends up in the hands of Hutchison. He's tackled and brought to ground. So a ball up will take place in the half forward, between half forward and centre wing for the Thompson side. Quick ball up takes place. Coming across, Ryan taps it down to McLeod. Little side step. Couldn't get boot to ball. Archini dives on it. Reese Holwell jumps on top of him. The umpire comes in and takes possession of the ball. And another ball up will take place.
Showed a little bit of stress in that right shoulder that we saw him sting against North Geelong at Cheney. So maybe Holwell did his research.
So the ball comes up from the ruck contest, picked up. Denham, the little handoff goes to Holwell, taken high. Umpire.
Watch on Lindsay Thomas.
Yeah, did that. We've got a few of them blokes that do that in this league. So mark is taken by Dan Gros this time, goes sideways across the ground towards Hamer, still inside defensive 50. He takes the mark. So he's able to set up now. Little chip into the middle of the ground. Cations comes up and takes the ball. Has options further afield, goes sideways. Coming up from behind is Geordie Drew. So Drew now with the ball. Has got the ball. He's still looking towards centre half forward. Didn't see Robbie McHenry coming off the bench, so he goes a 3-on-1 contest, and one has taken the mark there, so well done. Casey Millian. So Millian now with the ball. Hasn't got too many options ahead. Carson, there's about 4 or 5 Thompson players, so he goes short and wide. Armstrong takes the mark outside 50. So they're definitely getting numbers back around Carson, so the option's not going to be to go to him. They'll need something else. He's been called to play on now, so he delivers the ball long in that direction. So we got 4-on-1 from behind. The ball comes out. Does well. Handball go to O'Neill. Feeds the ball out wide. Picked up there and cleared away. Scott goes by hand to Jacker, and he loads up and goes back towards centre wing. McLeod's up and down. Ball back of the contest. Picked up by Filer. Got the handball away. Coming through was picked up there by McLeod. Needs to get out. He's been tackled by 1, 2, and now 3. Oh.
Sure, it's me.
Yeah, no, I don't mind getting tackled, but you've got to give that prior opportunity. He did sort of get through, but anyway, ball going back into the half-forward line. Armstrong comes up, clean hands, takes the mark. So just forward of centre wing, goes further along the boundary line towards Adam Muir. He's up, takes the mark. Plenty of space behind, this time behind for Carson if he wants to come at him. He goes in that direction. Out the back of the mark has been taken nicely there by Brent Taylor at centre half back for the Thompson side. He comes wide, goes back towards O'Neill. Another strong mark. Has a player short, but he's going to go backwards, so that's where he goes, and he goes back towards Scott, who plays on from the back pocket. Goes back towards O'Neill now. So O'Neill now in their back pocket has Jacker standing by himself in space if he wants to use him, but short but dangerous, so he comes along the boundary line. Taylor, the target. Doesn't take the mark, but White got the ball from the contest, kicked the ball back towards centre wing. Stephen McLeod's there. McHenry's also with him. Hybens. It's a bit of a race on here. McLeod does well, kicks it off the ground. So now it's a race on the ground again. This time, Brent McLeod got the handball over to Stephen. Stephen looked back, stopped and went backwards. It was a good kick, and it wasn't made good. Now he's under pressure. Thompson over the top in the back decision. And de Blasio came in too strong. And it's going to be young Jack Wilson that will take the mark. The free kick. Just outside 50, goes back to the pocket. And Nick Martin, who was pushed up from behind the ball, and he has taken the mark and go back and shoot for goal.
I think Inverleigh have got to be a little bit wiser the way they bring the ball in. They can't keep kicking it 2 or 3 or 4 on one. You know, if there's 3 or 4 players on Carson, you've certainly got some spares somewhere else. So they've got to lower their eyes a little bit and maybe work it in a little better. This
must be Andrew White because Martin is out here in front of me. So it's Andrew White that's got the ball, kicking towards goal.
He's gone the early crow.
I'll tell you what, he thinks he's like it, and so does the goal umpire. He's gone back to the middle, so Thompson now have their second. It's 2 goals, 1 to Thompson, 2-3 to Inverleigh, and Buckley's Entertainment Centre first quarter scoreboard. We've gone 19.5 minutes.
So Andrew White's 5th goal for the year. I was ready to celebrate Martin. Knew that would have been his first goal for the season, but as you mentioned, Dale, just bit of a swap. Yeah.
Doesn't matter who kicks them, mate, as long as they're kicked.
That's it.
Yeah, but I think Thompson's ball movement's a little better than what really have butchered the ball, to be quite truthful, trying to kick long all the time to Carson, and that may work every now and then, but not continually.
So we're back in the middle of the ground. Hyman's doing the ruck work. He was first to rise, so he gets the ball out, picked up by Gerard, who shrugs a tackle and kicked the ball quickly into the forward line. It's going to go back. Umpire said he was taken high.
Interesting, Ben Ryan's doing some of the ruck work. It's usually Cam Howland who's down there on in the back line. So yeah, that's an interesting change from the Thompson side.
Carson must have moved up the field, has he?
Yeah.
Or has he come off? I'm not too sure, but he's not out there at the moment.
He's off.
Yeah.
So Gerard's short. He had barely travelled the required distance. I don't know if it's going to Robbie Logue or meant to go, but he found Robbie Logue. Now he's right on 50, and I just think this is just outside his testing ground here. He's looking for an option. He's got to look for the short one. He decides now to go back towards the goal square. Casey Meehan, he read the flight of the ball
He's a good
nicely
player,
there.
this kid. He's a good player, Casey,
Yes.
man. Real good player.
Good hands, and he can go back and shoot for his first goal of the afternoon.
But even that movement wasn't good, was it? He really had a pot shot and was
Yep.
just a bit of luck. It fell that way. You know, they've got a. Doesn't seem to be a great deal of movement in the Inverleigh forward line at the moment.
So Meehan now will come in. About 25 metres to deal with here. It's a nice looking controlled kick at goal. The umpire wouldn't have had to move then, and he has his first goal the afternoon and the third now for Inverleigh. They're 3-3-21. Thompson on 2-1-13, 21 and a half minutes gone. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre, first quarter scoreboard.
Well, I think Inverleigh needed that goal to justify their work rate in probably the first 10 minutes. If no disregard to Thompson, but they were the clear better side in the opening passage, and now we've gone back to a decent ball game.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I see they're trying to get Bowles on, pushing him deep forward. So they brought Jacker off and swapped that back line around a little bit, and they're trying to push Bowles, sneak out here a little forward. So interesting to see. We've still got Ryan in the ruck.
Ball thrown up quickly. Hyman's, while he's in there, will probably control it, but Holwell does well. Reads the flight of the ball coming out. Kicks back towards the half-forward line. Trowith goes across. Had the ball, dropped it, left it behind. Tapped further afield. Coming across, picked up nicely by Hamer. Got the handball away. Again, Holwell put his head over the ball. Won it. Goes to Trowith. Got the ball back to Sims. Over the top towards Scott. Intercepted there by the defender in Grozdanowski. Ball comes to ground. That was in the back from here, and that's what the umpire has seen. Well, now we've got one listener out there. Grubby's already making comments on the phone.
Yeah, I figured by your smirk, Grubby was on the other end.
So the ball goes back towards centre half forward. Over the top it runs. Stephen McLeod. He's best situated here. He takes the ball, clean possession, kicks towards goal. And after the rushed shot, has put it through for a minor score. And Thompson now to 2-2. Trailing Inverleigh on 3-3. We've travelled 23 minutes. First quarter, Buckley's Entertainment Centre, first quarter scoreboard.
So Justin de Blasio, the Inverleigh Colts coach, he does it all over here. The 29-year-old take the kick out. Brent McLeod on the mark. We got the huddle, and now they're splitting out. He's probably going to go to his right, so our outer broadcast wing. Puts it on that right, and he's got Mick Grozdanowski under it. And Mick Grozdanowski almost takes the mark, but instead it's a ball game. Now it's a long launch back into the forward line, and it's back to de Blasio, so we'll start again. He'll put it on his right again. He'll find his teammate there. I think it's Nathan Mays. So the interleague midfielder, he'll put it out to half-back. There's a few under it, and it's really hot football right now. Inverleigh, Hamer it is. He gets his kick away, and now it's a one-on-one contest. Now it's a 2-on-1 in Inverleigh's favour. So Hutchison, who's sporting the 46, as you said, popped it on his left. It's in the centre square now. It's picked up by a few... Well, by the time anyone got it, everyone was on the ground. And umpire, we might have a ball up right now.
I think both sides are wasting opportunity with their ball use a little bit here. There's still a little panic in the game at the moment, but it's going to be an interesting contest all day, I think.
So a ball up takes place now in the middle of the ground. It's tapped back. Holwell had it. He's taken by Meehan in a tackle. And the umpire again will come in and take possession. Another ball up to take place. So the ball up again by the umpire. Hyman's front position. Tried to take it out of the contest, and it's now goes back and collects it. Little flick out the back. Not too sure it was clean hands, but ends up in the hands of Holwell. He goes back into their forward line. Coming out, Jackson McLeod trapped it. had it, then tried to tap it over the top to a player in white. He received it, goes back to Sims. Handball maybe a little bit hot because Sims left it behind. Mays dropped it, or had it, and gave it up to Jackson McLeod. He goes back towards white. He's taken high, gets out of the contest. Umpire now sees it, so it's going to be a free kick coming back to Justin White in the middle of the ground. Been prominent in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's probably been Thompson's best at this stage, Justin White. He's had a lot of the footy and usually uses it fairly well.
So he goes short and wide to Scott, has runners either side of him, but he goes short towards McLeod. So Brent McLeod will come up and take the mark. Just can't see that he's just inside the forward 50 there, so he's going to kick from right on 50. We would think that distance won't be a problem here. Accuracy, the only question.
Yeah, distance won't be a problem at all for Brent, but as you say, accuracy is where it goes as he comes in to kick the ball.
It's a nice kick off the boot. The umpire hasn't hardly moved, so it goes straight back over the umpire's head. He gets his second goal of the afternoon and the third for Thompson. There's a 1 point margin now, 3 goals, 2 to the Thompson side. They trail Inverleigh on 3 goals, 3. 26 minutes gone first quarter. Buckley's Entertainment Centre, first quarter scoreboard.
So just around the grounds, we're approaching quarter time. Anarchy 2 points ahead of Belmont Lions. Winchelsea 6 goals, 238. So for the third week in a row, they've got a strong start against Werribee 3-3-21. And North Geelong 1 goal behind Bannockburn. East Geelong 20 points in front of Corio.
We got the close one.
Yes, at this stage we have.
Yeah, it's a good contest, isn't it? Like both sides are going in hard for the footy. There's a few skill errors, but that's to be understood. But if they can get the ball in Brent McLeod's hands often enough, I think they'll have a good day, the Tommy Tigers.
So ball back in the middle of the ground, comes over the top, run out there, but Hole interception goes towards McLeod. Brent handballs out wide. Smith back on the ground, has the ball, went back towards McLeod. He kept running. He got a kick off the ground, Grozdanovsky, so the ball goes further into the forward line.
Kicking in danger, mate.
Okay. So back to Brent McLeod we go on the half-back line. Brent McLeod goes towards the centre of the ground. Coming across, Nark not taken there by Denham. He's pushed over the top there by Dalton Grundle. Grundle's over the top. He got the handball out. Ends up in the hands of Howell. Little got a boot to ball. Went sideways, so it wasn't a great kick. Ends up in the hands of Hutchison. Good spoil there by White. Cleaned up there and by Sims. Goes back towards Brent McLeod. Little low kick into the forward line. Missed its target, so it runs back towards the half-forward line, but Grozdanovsky takes the ball over the boundary line. So a throw-in to take place here right in front of the scoreboard at Inverleigh. Quick throw in by the umpire, Hybens, and also Bowles, both doing the ruck work. Bowles, I think, got the handball down, the ball down this time. Clearance has come away. A free kick has been given. And which way is it going? Obviously to Inverleigh, by the looks of it. So Geordie Drew is the recipient. Just outside defensive 50, a kick backwards goes towards Grozdanovsky. Dan, so he runs now. Little short chip, comes out towards me, and he takes a mark just outside forward 50. A little bit undecided, so he comes club room side and goes towards Filet. He takes a mark. So they're just working the ball further up the ground. He now looks back inside. Kick goes towards Billy Cations. Mark wasn't taken, but he's able to go back and collect it. Time now to look up and transfer play across the ground. It's a good kick. Hits de Blasio. He's able to play on and goes quickly into the forward line. Carson, target, over the back. The ball runs at the back. Picked up. Muir had it. Oh, he could have been a free kick. He grabbed hold of his shorts, but it's been allowed to go on. Picked up now by O'Neill, and he'll do the right thing and see the ball run through for a minor score. Rushed. 3 goals, 4 are now to Inverleigh, 3-2 to the Thompson side. And the ball is brought back in quickly, comes out towards Jacker on the half-back line. He goes quickly back into the middle of the ground. Marshall, Mark not taken, but he goes back, he collects it, goes on his right foot, looks up and chips the ball towards Denham. It's a good kick, hit the target. So he's got some options this side of the ground, and straight down the ground he goes towards White. He's in front of Drew. He doesn't take the mark. He's got a 2 or 3 on 1 situation to contend with now. He's over the top. Now I think he's going to be in trouble. Umpire says no. It's going to be a ball up just outside their forward 50.
I think he should have come across here to Sammy Jacker, to be quite truthful. He's gone on to a 1-on-3, and Jacker's out here on his own, and now there's a ball up, obviously.
So the ball missed there by White, picked up by Sims though, and goes around the body back into towards the half-forward line, going back with a flight of ball. De Blasio takes it out of Perrett's hand. Ball runs over the boundary line. So a throw-in's going to take place right on forward 50. Thompson scoring into the ground.
You're definitely right. I reckon Justin White's probably been Thompson's best so far, and I tell you what, his former side could use him today.
Yeah, well, that's probably right. But you know, he's been a good player all year for Thompson, Justin White. But you know, cream rises to the top, and these are big games. So let's hope the cream continues to rise.
Ball thrown back in by the umpire. Tapped out, bowls. Gets it running Thompson's way. Drew had it, was tackled. Umpire says incorrect disposal. So Brent McLeod, as I said, running to the right spots, has the ball. So he'll go back. A little bit easier shot than last time. No, it's not. It's going across further.
He's just getting someone to wipe the water off it for him.
He doesn't want to get his own jumper wet. He reckons I'll get enough touches. I don't need any more of it. So Brent McLeod has 2 this afternoon. Thompson's 2 of 3. He'll now have 3 of 4 if he's able to kick straight and put Thompson in front. Approaching quarter time. Looks a nice looking kick. He didn't like it this time. His umpires stay there, so it's 2-1. I still think he thought that might have breezed through then at the end. 3-3 to the Thompson side, 3-4 to Inverleigh. We've travelled 30 minutes first quarter.
And speaking of travelling, Blake Hutchison finds the ball in the back pocket. Casey Meehan was an option, as was Dean Muir, who has it now. He's going to assess his options. He's got a few under it. Mick Grosdanowski's going towards our commentary van. Instead, it's a chip kick back to me, and he finally gets the ball in that passage of play. So he took a while to find his decision last time, and he doesn't even have to take a while because that is the quarter-time siren. It's the home side Inverleigh 3-4-22 leading Thompson 3-3-21 on the scoreboard.
Goal kickers to this stage of the game. Paul Carson, Casey Meehan and Jamie Armstrong, all 1 for Inverleigh. And for Thompson, Brent McLeod 2, Andrew White has 1. As we said, the quarter-time score will see Inverleigh go in leading by 1 point. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.